Welcome to the award ceremony for the 2021 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence. Normally, we hold this event in DC with a fewer number of people, but today we get to share the exciting news about the Aspen Prize winner and finalists with thousands of people from across the country who are joining us by webcast. And we want to share today what we love about our nation's best community colleges. In 2010, we launched the Aspen Prize with a few central goals. We aim to elevate community colleges through exemplars of excellence. We also strove to work with experts to define what excellence means. It's more than getting students in the door, but also making sure that they succeed. And finally, we see the Aspen Prize, and saw it at the time, as a means to identify and replicate highly effective college-wide practices by adding to the body of evidence about what excellent community colleges do. 11 years later, we're still at it. Why? Because community colleges matter so much. Excellent community colleges matter so much. The field has made progress, but we still have a long ways to go, and in three particular areas. First, community colleges have to help more students complete degrees. They are doing better across the country than they were a decade ago, but data show that there's a lot more to be done. The Biden administration proposed $62 billion to improve college completion just this month. The Aspen Prize finalists you're going to hear about today are showing how to accomplish that challenge. The second reason excellence is so important is that students and communities depend on community colleges, not just to graduate students, but to prepare them for success after graduating. Aspen Prize finalists are leading the way here too. They're working hard to align workforce programs to good jobs in growing fields, such as healthcare and information technology, so that students who are in those workforce programs can succeed after they graduate. They're also working to make sure that students aiming for a bachelor's degree succeed as well. Excellent colleges are trying to make sure that the transfer pathway is smooth so that students enter as juniors with junior year standing in programs of study in four-year colleges and universities. The third reason we must continue to pursue excellence is to close equity gaps. Strong community colleges make sure that students are succeeding overall, and they make sure that students of color, including Black, Latinx, and Native American students, are doing well, and that students from low-income backgrounds are doing well. Excellent colleges consistently strive to close equity gaps, not just in degree completion, not just in access, but also in what students are able to obtain, the jobs and transfer and bachelor's degrees they're able to obtain after they graduate. This year's Aspen Prize finalists include a variety of institutions, large and small, urban, suburban, rural, some that focus more on workforce credentials, others that are focused more on transfer. They operate within a variety of governance structures and policy climates. But no matter those differences, these finalist colleges have something important in common. They show us what can be achieved for students, no matter what context they're in. Over the next hour, you're going to hear about 10 colleges that have achieved incredible things for students and their communities. You're going to hear from college presidents whose deep commitment and strategic vision have made college-wide reform, not just programmatic reform, but college-wide reform possible. And finally, you're going to learn who will win the 2021 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence. To get us started, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, U.S. Secretary of Education, Miguel Cardona. Secretary Cardona is an educator himself, and like many community college students, was himself a first-generation college student. In his work in Connecticut and in his first few months in the federal government, Secretary Cardona has made clear through his actions, including in the incredible higher education team he's assembled, that he will prioritize student success and equity in all of his work, including with community colleges. Please join me in welcoming U.S. Secretary of Education, Miguel Cardona. Welcome.
Hello and welcome. I'm Education Secretary Miguel Cardona. First, let me offer my heartfelt congratulations to this year's 10 Aspen Prize finalists. each of your institutions is helping to transform the lives of a diverse and deserving group of students. I thank the Aspen Institute for creating this award and lifting up your best practices for others to adopt. I thank the distinguished co-chairs and jury for doing the difficult work of selecting the community colleges to be honored among many worthy nominees. And I thank the students on today's program for sharing your inspiring stories. President Biden has rallied us all to defeat the pandemic, to reimagine our economy, to address longstanding inequities, and unite our nation. The work happening at the community college campuses, including by dedicated students and educators like yourselves, is a critical part of this vision. Community colleges open doors to lifelong learning for so many. Students can create a brighter future at a community college. Whether a learner's goals call for a dual enrollment program, adult education classes, a technical certificate, an apprenticeship, an associate's degree, or the opportunity to transfer credits to a four-year college and beyond, community colleges can help people achieve their dreams. Your institutions promote economic development, rewarding career pathways, and lifelong learning. You create welcoming school cultures and strategies that meet students where they are and support students to persist, complete their coursework, and earn industry-recognized credentials. You are models of collaboration and customized programming. So job seekers have what it takes to get the well-paid, in-demand positions that employers in their areas need to fill. You are engines of our economy and gateways to possibilities for the students who stand to benefit most substantially from the skills and the credentials they gain through your programs. And you're vital hubs for the communities of all types and sizes, from urban to rural. This year's finalists are an impressive roster of innovative and inclusive institutions that put student success at the core of all they do. From New York to California, Kentucky to Texas, you represent America's diverse communities, its needs, and its talent. Perhaps no family in America is more aware of the impact you have and the potential of your students than the one now living in the White House. As the nation's First Lady, a working community college professor, has said, community colleges are places where anyone who walks through the door is one step closer to realizing the American dream. I recently had the privilege of traveling with her to Sauk Valley Community College in rural Northwest Illinois, where we saw in person the powerful role that community colleges can play as regional economic hubs, driving partnerships to improve student outcomes. You have true champions in the President and Dr. Biden. So it's no coincidence that in the foundational initiatives and proposals that the President has put forward in his first months in office, the American Rescue Plan, the American Jobs Plan, and the American Families Plan, and then the fiscal year 2022 discretionary budget, community colleges play a headline role. He has invested billions of dollars in emergency aid to schools and students and proposed significantly increasing the amount of federal Pell Grants to put college within reach for more students. He has proposed a game-changing free community college program, a deep investment in college completion and retention strategies, and the kind of dollars urgently needed to bolster community college infrastructure. And with this bold vision, we need you as partners. We know we can't make progress without the excellence and innovation that the Aspen Prize has celebrated for over a decade. Many thanks again to the finalists for all you do to help learners of every background and circumstance succeed. I look forward to what we can achieve together for our students and for our nation.
Thank you, Secretary Cardona, for those terrific remarks and for kicking off our celebration of America's excellent community colleges. I now have the distinct privilege of welcoming Dr. Jill Biden to the Aspen Prize ceremony. No stranger to this ceremony, Dr. Biden spoke when she was the second lady several times, and we are delighted to have her join us in her current role as First Lady. Dr. Biden is a champion for students, for access, for higher education in our country. She has long been a professor herself of English at Northern Virginia Community College. Dr. Biden truly believes in the promise of community colleges and is joining us here today to share with us why community colleges matter so much and why excellence is so important to our country. Welcome, First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden.
Congratulations to the Aspen Prize finalists for your remarkable achievements. This award is special to me. 11 years ago at the White House, we announced its creation, and a year later, I had the chance to be there when the first Aspen Prize was awarded. So I'm excited to be back with you now as First Lady. I've been a community college professor now for almost 30 years. And the reason I love what I do is because of my students. Veterans, single parents, first-generation students, refugees. They come from every walk of life. They are young students looking for a jump start, and those coming back looking for a fresh start. They work multiple jobs and care for their loved ones. They often make enormous sacrifices to be in my class. Still, they don't complain. Our students only ask for one thing: the chance to work hard and build a good life for themselves and their families. But we can give them more than that by removing the obstacles they face. We can make community college affordable so that they don't have to go into so much debt. That's our goal with the American Families Plan, which would make 2 years of community college free. But we can also make our schools the kind of places that help students cross that finish line. The best institutions don't just teach, they empower. They meet students where they are and help them to get to where they want to go. That's what the Aspen Prize is all about, recognizing the schools that are leading the way, showing us that all students can learn, achieve, and thrive, if only they have the opportunities and support they need. To our Aspen finalists, we celebrate you and we commit to learning from you so that all students can find the success you've created. Every day, community colleges profoundly change lives through education and innovation. But you don't have to take it from me. Next, we're going to hear from the people we serve, students.
I never really had the belief in myself, and I was honestly ready to give up.
I didn't think I was capable of going to college.
I was a full-time stay-at-home mom.
I had left a 29-year corporate career.
The school, the college, it just too overwhelming.
For a while, I didn't know if I fit in, and I didn't know if college was worth it.
And I remember very vividly thinking that I didn't think that I was going to get through it.
The instructors have been phenomenal in helping, and if they couldn't help me, they would find me someone that could.
They're full of academic advisors who just want to see you succeed.
She pulled me to the side, sat me down, had a one-on-one talk with me, listened to my issues.
I have always struggled with math, and so I went to the Math Success Center and I sought help.
I couldn't think of a time where I've hit a wall and not found a resource, that being on-campus childcare or any community resources.
She made me feel like it was possible for me to achieve success.
She didn't let me walk away. Her saying, no, I have an alternative, is one of the 1,000 things that have changed my life.
Now I'm getting the education I need, and I feel like it's making me unstoppable.
And I feel Delta College has helped me find my self-worth and value as a person.
They have taught me that despite the amount of times I may fall, if I'm willing to put in the work, I can do it.
I put the work in every single day, and I finished that class with an A.
Shan Jack gave me that confidence to further my education.
I am soon graduating and transferring to a four-year university.
I am actively working on my next business venture.
I want to be a teacher, help teach someone, help change somebody's life.
here I am, a successful college student and ready to change the world one student at a time.
My college,
My community college,
My community college
has changed my life.
Changed my life.
Changed my life in so many ways.
Thank you again for everything you've done for me.
I found somewhere where I belong, where I have an identity.
All around is just an amazing college.
And I will never forget all of the staff that have helped shape me as a learner as well as a person.
The Aspen Prize and the $1 Million Award would not be possible without three key philanthropic partners: the Ascendium Education Group, the Joyce Foundation, who has been with us since the beginning of the prize, and the Siemens Foundation are our funders this year. Like many other national funders, these three partners understand the incredible importance of student success and equity in higher education. Each has proven through their priorities and how they've partnered how much they value community colleges as essential to the goals of achieving student success and equity. Through their words and actions, the individuals that you're about to hear from today, both as individuals and as representatives of their organizations, embody the goals and mission and values of the Aspen Prize. They share a deep commitment to community colleges as engines of equitable economic mobility for individuals and inclusive talent development for communities and for our country. Welcome Amy Kerwin from the Ascendium Education Group, Samir Gadkari from the Joyce Foundation, and Crystal Bridgman from the Siemens Foundation. Thank you for being such terrific partners and for joining us here today.
I'm Amy Kerwin, Vice President of Education Philanthropy at Ascendium Education Group. Congratulations to the 10 finalists for the 2021 Aspen Prize. Ascendium is pleased to join our colleagues at the Siemens Foundation and the Joyce Foundation to support this award that recognizes the outcomes possible when community colleges focus on equitable student success. Ascendium's philanthropy is focused on elevating opportunities for learners from low-income backgrounds. The colleges celebrated today have created an environment for these students to not only complete their degrees, but to successfully transfer to four-year institutions or transition to careers that provide family-sustaining wages. I also want to share my appreciation for the College Excellence Program team at the Aspen Institute. The Aspen Prize provides a valuable opportunity to showcase and to learn from national exemplars of community college innovation, excellence, and transformational change.
Hi, I'm Samir Gadkari, Senior Program Officer at the Joyce Foundation. The Joyce Foundation is a Chicago-based foundation focused on advancing racial equity and economic mobility for the next generation in the Great Lakes region. We've been proud to support the Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence for more than a decade since its inception. We always enjoy today, the day that the prize is announced, because it's a great day to acknowledge the excellence of and importance of community colleges in educating students across the nation in every community, and particularly students of color. We are excited about the work in the year ahead to help communities and students build bright futures out of the last year of the pandemic, and to help the nation recover economically from the damage that the pandemic has wrought. Congratulations to Josh and the Aspen team for this wonderful event and for their year-round work on behalf of community colleges. Congratulations to all the finalist colleges and to this year's winner. And we want to take a moment to extend our best wishes to staff, faculty, and administrators in community colleges across the country because of the essential work that they do every day to help students realize their futures and improve their communities. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Crystal Bridgman, and I'm the Senior Director for Workforce Development Programming with the Siemens Foundation. We've been a proud supporter of the Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence since 2015. At the Siemens Foundation, we're working to close the opportunity gap for young adults from underserved and underrepresented populations across this country, particularly in STEM technical careers. To do that, community colleges are essential to that mission, and they remain America's primary vehicle for helping students get on a path to college and career success in so many communities across our country. The prize is our nation's hallmark of excellence for students, particularly students of color and those from low-income backgrounds, both in academics as well as in employment. It's been terrific for us to learn from past winners about what works well to help our students both complete their education and secure jobs that put them on the path to economic security and prosperity for their families. We can't wait to see what's next from this cycle's finalists and winners. And while it continues to remain true that community colleges are essential to building strong futures for our workers and a diverse talent pipeline for our businesses, it's equally important to recognize their value to our communities, particularly in difficult times like the ones we're experiencing now. They help anchor our towns, empower rural communities, advance our businesses, and so much more. They are essential to a resilient economic recovery. So on behalf of the Siemens Foundation, congratulations to this cycle's finalists and winners. And thank you for your service to our communities, our students, and the working families across this country.
Every 2 years, the Aspen College Excellence Program embarks on a rigorous selection process for the Aspen Prize. Throughout, we analyze student outcomes. Are they strong? Are they getting better? Are they improving? And are they equitable across student groups? What kinds of leadership, vision, strategies, and community context are behind those outcomes? We start by looking at all 1,500 community colleges. We invite 150 to apply, and we get application materials from 100 colleges, which we look at closely. We then interview dozens of college leadership teams from strong applicants. We conduct site visits to 10 finalists. We collect evidence of the college's strengths across the 5 domains that make up the Aspen Prize framework, including many data reports that come from partners. So what are those 5 domains? Well, first, there's teaching and learning. Truly excellent colleges have a vision for improving teaching so that more students learn. And that vision extends throughout the institution. It's not faculty by faculty, program by program, but that vision is carried out through thoughtful college-wide strategies. Second, excellent colleges have a strategy for improving degree and credential attainment. It's about completion. They create clear paths to degrees. They improve advising systems. They make sure that every system, from financial aid to advising to registration to course scheduling, is aimed at helping students complete and keeping students on track from the beginning when they enter until they finish their degrees. Third, excellent community colleges ensure that students who want to transfer to 4-year institutions don't only transfer with ease, but are set up to attain bachelor's degrees efficiently. They really focus on getting students to junior year standing in a major for those students, which is the majority, who aim for a bachelor's degree. Fourth, excellent colleges take seriously the imperative to move students into the workforce. That means not just any job, but a career that will support a high quality of life, a fulfilling career that includes family-sustaining wages at least. Finally, and fifth, great community colleges do this work with a critical eye towards equity. They actively identify and dismantle structures that impede the success of students in all the other areas of student success: learning, completion, transfer, and workforce. They pay special attention to students that have historically been poorly served in higher education, including Black, Latinx, and Indigenous students, as well as students from low-income backgrounds. Throughout the Aspen Prize process, we have the privilege of being joined by experts. We have panels of independent experts that help decide what the data are that will be used, that come with us on site visits, that choose the 10 finalist colleges, and finally, that in this last stage, that decide who the winners will be. I'd like to now introduce the co-chairs of the Aspen Prize jury. The jury consists of leaders in education, industry, and nonprofits, and it's their job to select the winner and other top finalists. This year, our jury was chaired by 2 leaders of organizations that represent the twin destinations of community college students. First, a 4-year university leader, and then a leader of a major employer. Freeman Rabowski, a good friend, is the president of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and Ruth Williams Brinkley is president of Kaiser Foundation Health Plan of the Mid-Atlantic states. Thank you to all of the members of the prize jury for your service, and special thank you to Freeman and Ruth for co-chairing this year's Aspen Prize process. I will now hand it off to Freeman to begin the awards of the finalist colleges.
Hello, I'm Freeman Rabowski, president of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. This recent period has been the most challenging that any of us have experienced in our lives, revealing a vulnerability to the public health crisis, to the fragile economic state of so many Americans and their communities, the prevalence of racism, and the deep systemic inequalities for people of color. Those of us in positions of privilege and power have come to realize that we need to look into the eyes and listen to the voices of all those people who have been unheard and unseen. The good news is that community colleges have been doing this for a very long time. They represent the best of American democracy. They provide an affordable, accessible pathway to a better way of life each year for about 8 million people. They offer students and their families, especially people of color, especially people living in poverty and low income and working families, the tools they need to move into the middle class. Low income college students are more likely to attend community colleges. About half of Hispanic undergraduates go to community colleges, and just under half of Black undergrads. But who else was educated at these institutions? The people who build our buildings, the experts who make our technology run, half the nurses on the front lines who are keeping us safe from COVID, half of our country's bachelor's degree holders, many of the faculty at our universities, including my own, where the Dean of Science and a member of the National Academy of Sciences attended community colleges. Those of us leading research universities really do appreciate the fact that the future, our future, is inextricably tied to that of these institutions.
The Aspen Prize recognizes the important role our community colleges play, not just in helping individuals pursue the American dream, but also in ensuring the health of American communities. They're building the workforce that enables our nation's prosperity and contributing to a more equitable society. They're not doing this alone. The best community colleges, like the Aspen Prize finalists, work closely with K-12 school systems to make sure that students are ready for and aspire to college. They work with community-based organizations to get all types of students, not just in the door, but all the way through to a degree. Young and old, refugees, people juggling kids and jobs, people who never thought of themselves as college material. They work with universities to ensure that for students who aspire to a bachelor's degree or more, the road to transfer is smooth. And perhaps more than any other institutions, they work with employers like mine, collaborating to ensure that graduates have up-to-date skills and are headed toward in-demand careers that pay well. The most enlightened institutions, like the ones we honor today with the Aspen Prize, understand that their job is not just to make sure students graduate, though that's important, but that graduates succeed and contribute after they leave.
The Aspen Prize represents the best of American values. The prize says that excellence matters, and it honors in particular community colleges that always proclaim we can do better. The community college sector is remarkably adaptive to the evolving needs of our students and communities. I'm inspired by that. More than ever, the pandemic has taught us that we all need to be continuously learning and evolving and pushing forward on public health, on race, on the economy, on technology. The community colleges we honor today are at the forefront of that evolution. You know, these colleges' vision and persistence and resilience really reflect the qualities of the diverse students they serve. No matter their path, and we've heard from these wonderful students today that they are with many paths, these students have something in common. They dream of a better life, and they work incredibly hard to achieve it, no matter the obstacles that stand in their way. The students deserve the best, and the colleges that educate them deserve our appreciation.
That's right, Freeman. We were honored to be part of this process and so impressed by the innovation, the dedication, and hard work at the finalist colleges. Later on, we will tell you about the winner, the finalists with distinction, and the rising star. For now, however, we want to share a bit about the great work of the 5 other colleges in the top 10. There are 1,000 community colleges in the United States, and only 150 are invited to apply for the Aspen Prize based on their student success outcomes. While these 5 colleges did not win the very top honors this year, they do deserve commendation. Borough of Manhattan Community College in New York City has excelled by providing intensive advising, intensive financial assistance, and academic and non-academic support to small, connected cohorts of students. VMCC has a deep focus on and commitment to the economic mobility of its student body, and they prioritize programs and partnerships that lead students to high-wage careers.
Odessa College in Western Texas stands out because of what it calls an all-in culture of deep, energetic engagement among students, faculty, and staff. There's a clear understanding throughout the college of what it takes to keep students connected and successful in class, which results in near perfect course completion rates.
Pierce College outside Tacoma, Washington is very intentional about building systems, including in faculty professional development, data collection and analysis, and budget allocations. This engages all stakeholders throughout the college and always center student success and equity. As a result, the college has a completion rate that well exceeds the national average.
Pasadena City College, outside Los Angeles, has developed and sustained a clear focus on inclusive education for over a decade. And that education is based on an understanding of and respect for the diversity of the students, their identities, and experiences. PCC's faculty-driven professional development engages professors in rigorous inquiry to support more culturally competent teaching. Tallahassee Community College in Florida's state capital has established very strong relationships with and thoughtfully mapped its programs to those at the major universities nearby. Its students transfer at high rates and complete bachelor's degrees at twice the rate of community college students nationally.
That leaves 5 Aspen Prize finalists. They are, in alphabetical order, Amarillo College, Broward College, San Antonio College, San Jacinto College, and West Kentucky Community and Technical College. We're going to hear now from the leaders of these colleges about some approaches that distinguish them throughout the Aspen Prize process and also reflect Aspen's framework for student success.
My name is Gregory Hale, and I serve as the president of Broward College, which is located in Broward County, Florida.
My name is Robert Vela. I am the president at San Antonio College in San Antonio, Texas.
I'm Dr. Anton Reese, president of West Kentucky Community and Technical College, located in Paducah, Kentucky.
My name's Brenda Hellier. I serve as chancellor of San Jacinto College, located in Pasadena, right outside of Houston, Texas.
I'm Russell Lowry Hart, and I'm president of Amarillo College in the Texas Panhandle.
We assess all courses, all 2,300 course sections within one given semester. So part of the commitment is that every single faculty member, including adjuncts, full-timers, support personnel, spend time really looking at their data, making sure that they're able to disaggregate the data around special populations and ensuring what is it that we're doing well and what is it that we're not doing so well, and what can we do to improve? When a faculty member or a cadre of faculty members demonstrate success in particular courses, we actually have them serve as coaches for others. When faculty may not be demonstrating some of the success metrics that they really want in their courses, then develop a proactive action plan. It is more of a professional development approach to ensure that all faculty can come to the level that's satisfactory, not just to the department, but to the college's mission and overall goals and objectives that we have for every student in our community.
So Broward College has engaged in enormous efforts to ensure students are planning their academic journey in their first semester. Over half of our students are students who come from low-income backgrounds. Many of them are first-generation college students. And when you think about it in that context, you have to be considerate of what kind of needs need to be provided up front and throughout the educational journey. That means within the first 48 hours, being in touch with students, helping them understand where the beginning is and mapping their way clearly to the end so that they have a transparent understanding of getting to either a university by way of transfer or moving into the workforce following graduation.
At Amarillo College, one of the things that I'm most proud of is that we have built a robust social services interventions for our students. Every employee is wired to watch for students, to meet them, to introduce themselves to them, to ask questions about how they're doing. Our work is personal because our students have told us it needs to be.
At San Jacinto College, we know it's our responsibility to know how students are doing after they transfer. So we have faculty working with faculty at the university, but we also have our deans and our administrators working from the college with the university partners. And we need that multi-level collaboration in order to make sure we're addressing issues. Some things faculty can resolve. Some things need to come to the administrator level so that we can really put policy or procedures in place to address it.
Every community college says it uses data to assess workforce outcomes, but at WKCDC, we do that in an unusually deep way by identifying weak spots in employment and wage outcomes. And for the students, bottom line, that they have the ability to be able to provide for their families with high wage, high demand type jobs, which is very, very, very important. to our students.
And most community colleges have advisory committees helping around technical programs and curriculum. Our advisory councils have taken this to a much different level. They are me at the table, and they are the CEOs and VPs of our industry partners at the table. They may meet quarterly or they may meet monthly. And they're really looking at more the strategic focus. Are the students that we're graduating meeting their expectations? And if not, where are the gaps? And what the advisory council members saw was that we were committed to fixing and addressing those items.
I've been intentional of improving, increasing, and maximizing access, intentionally looking throughout our entire region with diverse and lower socioeconomic populations. And I initiated what we call the WKCTC Express, myself and my entire cabinet, going to every county, really championing higher education, what we have to offer.
Some of the things that we use here at San Antonio College, especially to focus on having that equity mindset, that cultural competence in the hiring practice, is that we ensure that every member of our hiring team has gone through specific training that we have established and incorporated here at San Antonio College. We have come up with a cadre of questions, a bank of questions that are appropriate to ensure that when we hire the next level of professionals or classified personnel, they're aligned to our mission.
I think at Amarillo College, we've learned that piloting initiatives doesn't work. If we have data and it works, we scale it. If we can't ensure that our interventions meet at least 20% of our students, then we can't invest money in it and redirect those resources to those few interventions that our data has shown will work.
At Broward College, we tie budget decisions directly to student success. How many students are served? What are the outcomes that result from those investments? When we did the analysis with hundreds of programs at Broward College, what we were able to see, for example, was that we were investing approximately $11,000 per student to serve 147 students in athletics. We decided that we would indeed eliminate our athletics programs and leverage those resources to invest in things like our student to advisor ratio, which at about $33 per student, we were able to improve that ratio from 701 to 1 to 350 to 1. My hope for our students, as we think about the future, is that we have a community and students who realize that the opportunity for post-secondary education is available to all of them, and that we are here to support them every step of the way.
My hope for the future is that every single person that I live with in this community that I love has a family sustaining wage and a job that is fulfilling and exciting and serves the bigger purpose.
My hope for the future is we say we are about improving the social and economic mobility of our community, and that's what I want to see.
My task, along with my team as president, is to ensure that students also find their voice to achieve their career and educational dreams with purpose that links them back to being highly engaged citizens in the community.
Those students are depending on you. That community is dependent on you to deliver the best that you can deliver so that we can continue to, live in a great city and in a great country, and I think that's the essence of this, responsibility that we all have back to our communities and back to this country.
Now we get to the most exciting part of the day, the announcement of the Aspen Prize winner, Finalists with distinction, and rising star. First, the Rising Star Award, granted for exceptional improvement, goes to Amarillo College. Amarillo College, located in the Texas Panhandle, no longer sees itself as solely an educational institution, but as a bulwark against poverty. There's a remarkable culture of caring at the college. Every employee knows that it's their job to help students surmount the real life barriers of poverty. And there's an unusually robust and coordinated effort to give them a system of social services. Policies and programs are built with close attention to student voice and the student experience. The college has done an excellent job scaling up student success reforms with a sense of urgency. Rapid improvement in student outcomes have followed. The graduation and transfer rates for full-time students increased by 2/3 over 4 years. And for students of color, the rate nearly doubled.
The first finalist with distinction is Broward College. Broward College in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, one of the nation's largest community colleges, grants nearly 13,000 degrees and credentials each year, including more than 8,000 to students of color. The college has been a national exemplar in guided pathways. They design clear, structured paths for students through to a bachelor's degree. They align advising and other systems to make it hard to fall through the cracks. In recent years, Broward College has made it a top priority to build new, innovative partnerships to expand access and pathways to college and careers for people in the city's highest poverty neighborhoods. San Jacinto College is also a finalist with distinction. San Jacinto College in the Houston metropolitan area has been through a decade of innovation, growth, and steady improvement. The institution has been rigorously self-reflective about where it can do better, ambitions about scaling reform, and wholeheartedly committed to owning graduate success after transfer and in the workplace. Leaders have built remarkably strong partnerships with industry. This has led to state-of-the-art training facilities constructed in collaboration with employers. San Jacinto College is not just responsive to employer needs, it also plays a lead role in developing outcomes for alumni. For example, within 5 years of completing an Associate of Applied Science degree, graduates earn nearly $17,000 more than the average for all new hires in Harris County.
West Kentucky Community and Technical College is our third finalist with distinction. WKCTC is in the small city of Paducah. The college plays a crucial role in providing a path to economic opportunity in an area with low college degree attainment. In recent years, the college has launched an intensive effort to deepen its relationship with community organizations, an effort that has been effective in drawing people of color to the college and modeling inclusion for the region. The college has long been a proactive leader in rebuilding the local economy and creating paths to good jobs. In recent years, it has built exemplary systems for student onboarding, academic planning, and advising. WKCTC's 3-year graduation and retention rates are nearly 10 percentage points above the national average, and students receiving federal Pell Grant because of financial need graduate from the college at a rate 14 points higher than the national average.
Finally, the winner of the 2021 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence, San Antonio College. San Antonio College, one of 5 colleges in the Alamo College District, is laser focused on serving students from its immediate environment, an area that is predominantly low income, with low rates of degree attainment and high rates of unemployment. 2/3 of students are Hispanic, Black, or Native American. Leaders, faculty, and staff have a shared sense of urgency for improvement. They have a commitment to evidence-based inquiry and accountability, and a common understanding that everyone in the community is responsible for students' well-being, inside and outside the classroom. There is, everyone says, a real family feeling at SAC, one that's backed up with exceptionally strong practices and systems. This dedication has paid off. 52% of students who start at SAC graduate or transfer within 3 years. This is compared to the national average of 46%. That reflects an increase of almost 20 percentage points in just 5 years. Faculty's approach to understanding where the students are learning and adjusting accordingly is unusually robust. The system-wide Alamo Advise model works exceptionally well, with a single advisor sticking with a student through their journey, with mandatory checkpoints, concrete expectations for what advisors should teach each student in their caseload, and crystal clear maps of what classes to take, not just to graduate, but to transfer without losing credit. SAC's response to the pandemic reflects its commitment to student success and instructional quality. When COVID hit, all full-time and adjunct professors were trained in effective online instruction. Focus groups with every division enabled the college to meet faculty's technology needs. Advising sessions went on Zoom and doubled in number. And the college went above and beyond to make sure students had the financial resources they needed. For these reasons and so many more, we are proud to present San Antonio College of the Alamo Colleges System with the 2021 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.
We're calling you to share the news that San Antonio College has won the 2021 Aspen Prize.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Wow. What a journey. It has been a rough year. It has been a rough year. And I didn't know what to expect today other than just meet with amazing colleagues. And it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming because I know each of you have read our story, and where we were 6-7 years ago is not reflective of who we are, and it was our pursuit of excellence. It was our pursuit of excellence to ensure that every one of our students knew what that looked like and felt like. That's what we wanted for our student body, so they could get used to that, so they can want it even more for themselves and their families. So I want to thank the Aspen Institute for having such high standards and allowing colleges to go reach for the stars, reach for the best that you can be. And then to be evaluated by like-minded peers that really understand this profession, that it's just a labor of love. It's a labor of wholehearted commitment to our community. And I can't thank the our board of trustees enough. I can't thank our chancellor, Dr. Flores, the entire Alamo Colleges district, but specifically San Antonio College, being large, urban, in San Antonio, I can't thank the faculty and administration and our community partners enough for the amazing contributions and commitment they have done over the years for San Antonio College. We always knew we were special. We just needed to get the word out. We needed our community to believe us. And this award will validate for this community that so desperately needs excellence in their families. This award will validate that for them to say, you will not settle for anything. You will receive the best when you attend San Antonio College or any one of the Alamo colleges. That's transformational for a first-time in college student that never had in their minds or thought that higher ed was for them. So on behalf of San Antonio College, thank you all. Thank you so much for setting the bar high. It's rigorous. 70 plus people interviewed during the Aspen visit. And but at the end of the day, it was so rewarding. And for us, it was something special. And I pinch me, I think I'm dreaming. I think I'm dreaming. Did I really wake up this morning? That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But thank you all so much for this amazing news. And this community will make Aspen Institute proud. We will make each of you proud and continue to carry that torch of excellence for the years to come. We can't thank you enough.
Congratulations to San Antonio College for winning this year's Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence. Thank you, President Vela, for your thoughtful remarks and accepting the award, and mostly for all you are doing to lead San Antonio and the entire Alamo District towards higher levels and more equitable levels of student success. This fall, we will be announcing colleges that are eligible to apply for the 2023 Aspen Prize, and we encourage all eligible schools to apply. I'd like to thank you to all the colleges that applied for this year's prize, and particularly to the 10 finalist colleges. We know it's a lot of work to host us, even virtually, for site visits, but what you share with us, every applicant, but especially our finalists, really helps the field know what excellence looks like. It contributes to our understanding as we seek to replicate community college excellence. So thank you so much. Thank you to the dozens of partners. I cannot name all of them who participated in the selection process. Our data metrics advisory panel, our selection committee that selected the 10 finalists, our site visitors, and of course the prize jury that made the selection of the finalists, the final winners, and the winner and the finalists with distinction and the rising star. And thanks again to our funding partners, Ascendium, Joyce, and Siemens. This work would not be possible without you. I'd like to extend a final thanks to the people who did the hard work over literally 2 years to make this day possible. Ben Barrett, Rebecca Lavinson, and Desiree Jones-Smith, all you have done to make the 2021 Aspen Prize possible is making a difference in the field, and I am personally grateful for your work, as I know is the leader of this effort, Linda Perlstein, who I'd also like to thank for her leadership in improving the prize this year and her deep commitment to student success and equity. Please, if you would, go to our website and find the Aspen Prize publication to learn more about the finalist colleges and this year's winner. You can find it by going on the web and searching Aspen College Excellence Program, and it will take you to a page that features this year's publication. Thank you to everybody who joined us here today for your interest and commitment to community college excellence. We look forward to working with many of you over the coming 2 years. And for those who we don't have a chance to connect with, we'll see you again in 2023.